Renting property sucks, and buying property either as a home or an investment is a really, really good idea. You might have thought this, but have you ever actually crunched the numbers and worked out why it does seem like such a good idea to buy a property as a home or an investment property versus renting? There's two main reasons why I really consider this to be the case. First of all is a little thing called compound interest. If you're renting a property today for $300 a week, and that property increases in rental value by 5% a year for the next 10 years, that $300 per week rental property, you'll be paying $488 a week to live in 10 years' time. Now in Cairns, where there's not a lot of new development happening for residential housing, it is very likely over the next 5 to 10 years we will see 5% rental increases each year on year, making that $300 a week property renting for $488. The scary part is, if you take that out to a 20-year period, you'll be paying $800 for a property that currently rents for $300 per week. If you were to actually buy that property though, your repayments, interest rates aren't going to change a great deal in the future. There's no real driver. I can't see interest rates going back to where they were in the 90s of 18-19%. It's very likely that they'll sit around that 4% where they are at the moment into the future. So your costs of holding that property for the next 10 years, if you were to buy it, are very much unlikely to change. So if it's costing you $300 a week at the moment to own, council rates might go up slightly, insurance might go up slightly, but realistically, the property's going to cost around $300 to own in 10 years' time. The second massive factor that I think is really important when looking at renting versus buying the property as a home or as an investment is the fact that it's forced savings. If you do buy the property on a 20 or a 30-year loan period, you will be forced to pay down that asset, and in that 20 or 30-year time period, you will actually own that property outright, be it if it's your home or an investment property, which compared to paying rent, which is essentially dead money going out to someone else week on week, you will own that asset outright and really then only be responsible for paying council rates and insurance, which really isn't a great deal in the scheme of things. Not when we're comparing a $300 property costing you $800 to live in 20 years' time. That 5% that I did talk about for increasing year on year for a rental property really isn't extreme. There's not a lot of residential development happening in Cairns at the moment. Prices in the last 12 months for rental properties, especially in that lower end, have gone up 10%. And it is likely that they will continue to see that 5% increase in rental prices year on year into the future. So guys, that's my idea on why renting sucks, and you really should be looking to buy your first property, be it a home or an investment property, as soon as possible. Thanks for tuning in, guys, and if you do like my video, I'd love to see you hit the like button or subscribe to my channel. Thanks for tuning in, have a fantastic day.